Hello, this is Nieman, and welcome to my review of Picross DS. Picross DS, or unsurprisingly Nintendo DS, is the latest puzzle game to be pulled from Nintendo's extensive archives and reimagined for their phenomenally successful handheld. Like many other DS puzzle games, it combines timeless gameplay with touchscreen controls, Wi-Fi connectivity, and some nods to the Brain Training series, giving us a title which seems tailor-made for the system. So, what exactly is Picross? Well, the clue's in the name. In the great Japanese tradition of taking Western ideas and making them smaller and better, cumbersome terms like personal computer, family computer, and in this case, picture crossword, have been shortened into far more manageable entities like Pasicom, Famicom, and, of course, Picross. Essentially a kind of visual Sudoku, although it predates the current craze by over a decade, the aim of Picross is to use logical and numerical cross-referencing to solve a visual puzzle within an hour, revealing a small, animated picture. Hence, picture crossword. Mistakes are punished with time penalties, and if you exceed the time limit, the full image will not be revealed. The game contains a large number of puzzles of different sizes and difficulty levels, so there's plenty of depth, along with the ever more common daily play mode, which, Professor Kawashima style, measures your progress and ability over time, provided you play it, of course. It surely can't be long before we see a "how old is your mustache" mode in a Mario game. Where Picross really excels, however, is in its online mode. It has a standard competitive mode, but it's the community features which really set it apart. For example, you can create your own puzzles and then upload them. You just give it a name, make a puzzle design, then draw a picture to reward the people who were silly enough to bother solving it. You can upload puzzles for others to download, and you can download free puzzles from Nintendo and your friends. Cool, eh? On top of all that, the game is classed as a touch generations title, putting it on the lower end of the pricing scale, so the bang to buck ratio is one of the best on DS, and indeed any system. So what are my final thoughts? Well, basically I think this is an excellent game. In terms of presentation, I think it looks very clear, very concise. Okay, so maybe there's not as much going on as in a game like Meteos or Planet Puzzle League, but it's still quite appealing, and it certainly, is more than enough. It's quite colourful and bright, and I think it works very well, for the game that it is. In terms of gameplay, this is a very addictive title. I mean, you probably won't realise it at first. You'll just be playing for maybe 5 minutes at a go. But as you get into it, you will find yourself sitting down with puzzles for, an hour, a couple of hours on end. Particularly in the later stages where you're trying to unlock the full image and you really need all the time you have. So it really is fun, and it's very addictive. There's certainly a pick up and play but hard to put down sort of dynamic here. In terms of stylus control, it works as well as can be expected, but there are issues, basically because the screen size is so small, and you will find yourself occasionally hitting the wrong panel, which in the later stages of the game can be quite costly in terms of time penalties where you really need every second you have. It can be frustrating. But the D-pad control is basically flawless, so one of the two systems will work for you, In terms of value for money, I really think this is one of the best games you can get on any system right now. Simply because there's so much to it. The puzzles that come with the single player on their own, there's a lot of gameplay there, many, many hours. You've got the daily play mode, that'll keep you coming back as well. And then on top of all that, you have the online features, which are really, they have massive potential. I mean, at the moment you can download packs from Nintendo, basically puzzle packs, and if Nintendo keep that up, that will be a big thing. So they will be able to extend the lifetime of this game by maybe months, even a year, even 2 years, where you can be maybe a year and a half from now still downloading brand new puzzles and playing them. But where I think it could really take off is it in the community aspect, in that if enough people buy this game, start making their own puzzles, sharing them, exchanging friend codes. I think this can really take off and become a bit of a sensation on DS. Now it remains to be seen if that will happen, and I think Nintendo need to really advertise the game to make it happen. But if it does, I think this could be a fantastic game. So I'm pushing people to buy this because it could be really great. So it's cheap, it's a lot of fun, and the potential here is huge. So find yourself a couple of friends, get them to get it with you, and there's a massive amount of potential in this title. If I had to give it a score, I'd give it 9 out of 10. Now, I find scores are a bit meaningless. An arbitrary number assigned to a game. So if you're a puzzle fan, buy this game. If you like Sudoku, buy this game. If maybe you're more of a Mario Kart kind of person, if you don't really like the other puzzle games on DS, I'd still be inclined to tell you to give this a try, but it may not be for you. So that's just a word of warning. But if you like puzzle titles, you can't go wrong with this. That's it basically. This is Neeman for LeePlanet.net. See you around.